6 episodes of tools, and one question left. Which of it is for you? Because there is no most secure setup. There is the setup that fits your holding and your threat, and copying anyone else's is how you buy theater. I'm Rachel from ChainSense. In the next 8 minutes, the 2 axes that decide everything, the small stack rows, the middle tier, the serious money rows, and the trap that catches almost everyone. Every security decision you will ever make sits on a grid with 2 axes. Axis 1, holding size, what the loss would actually cost you in money and in sleep. Axis 2, threat tier, who is plausibly coming, the remote crowds or someone near. Either number alone gives the wrong answer. Size without threat buys theater. The $2,000 holder running a 3 of 5 ceremony for adversaries who do not exist. Threat without size buys negligence. $200,000 in a browser extension because it has been fine so far. Cross the 2 axes and you get 8 honest rows. A quick taste of the crossing. $8,000 with remote-only threats is a completely different row from $8,000 with a difficult flatmate. Same money, different world, different setup. The written matrix on the site walks all 8, setup by setup. The link is in the description. In the next 3 sections, I will walk them as 3 tiers. The small stack, the middle, and serious money. Each row with a pick this if line you can act on today. Your assignment is 1 sentence. Find your row before this video ends. Tier 1, the small stack, 4 figures or less. Row 1, small holding, remote threats only, which, statistically, is most people watching this. Pick a major exchange if you are honest about not being ready to run self-custody. Their security team beats your improvisation, and at this size, their risks are smaller than yours. The catch you already know. It is custody, their keys, their rules. Pick a single signature hardware wallet the moment you start signing on chain regularly, because a drainer does not check your balance before it asks, so the signing routine from episode 2 matters more here than the device brand does. Any of the reviewed devices on this channel will serve. The routine is the differentiator. Row 2, small holding, but with approximate someone in your life. A difficult household, a shared flat, an ex with a key. Do not buy hardware theater for that problem. Pick the boring fixes. An exchange account with a hardware security key on the login, and no seed phrase stored in the home at all. Sometimes the most protective place for a small stack is, legally and physically, simply not your house. Tier 2, the middle, where most real self-custody lives. Row 3, mid-holding, remote threats. Pick single-sig hardware plus the full behavioral stack, simulation on every unusual signature, the quarterly revoke audit, and clear signing where the device supports it. Carrying the fallback caveat from episode 2, because decoding is not guaranteed. This row is less about what you buy and more about what you run. Row 4, mid-holding, mixed threats. The remote crowds plus 1 plausible finder. Pick the 25th word, a passphrase wallet, with a believable decoy balance left on the bare seed. The finder gets pocket money. Your stack lives behind a word in your head, and harden the accounts around the wallet. An authenticator app or hardware key on the exchange login, a poured-out PIN at the carrier, because at this size, the recovery chain around your coins is worth attacking. Row 5, mid-holding, high remote exposure. You mint, you farm, you sign daily. Pick a hot-cold split, a spending wallet that can afford to die, and cold storage it can never reach. The spending wallet's job is to be expendable. Fund it like you mean that. If losing it would sting for more than a day, it is overfunded. Tier 3, serious money, 50,000 and up. Row 6, large holding, remote threats. Pick multi-signature, 2 of 3, keys on different devices in different places, so no single stolen key can move funds. The full architecture deep dive is on this channel. And here is the catch that governs this entire tier. An arrangement you cannot operate flawlessly is a new risk, not a defense. Complexity you abandon protects no one. Row 7, large holding with approximate tier, a public profile, a known address, genuine coercion risk. Pick geography, keys separated across locations so that no single room and no single person standing in it can produce a quorum under pressure. The setup that cannot comply instantly is the setup that removes the incentive to try. And write the inheritance plan. The row nobody enjoys. A fortress no one else can ever open is its own kind of loss. And the written estate planning guide is linked below. Row 8, large holding, low appetite for daily operations. Pick the managed conversation, a professional cosigner, institutional custody of one key in the quorum. The catch: fees and place trust. You are buying operational excellence, not magic, and whichever row you land in, rehearse the recovery once a year, because this tier fails at the handover, not at the purchase. Now the trap, because the matrix only works if you read your own row, and almost everyone reads someone else's. The most common failure in self-custody is not under protection, it is misplaced protection, security matched to self-image instead of stack. The $2,000 holder running whale ceremonies, over-engineered theater, abandoned within a month. The $200,000 holder still living in a browser extension, negligence with a pleasant interface. Both are the same error, wearing opposite costumes. So hear the warning plainly. There is no universally most secure setup. A whale's multi-sig is theater for a $2,000 stack, and a hot wallet-only setup is negligence for a $200,000 one. Match the setup to holding time's threat, not to what looks serious on camera. And one honest production note, every option in this episode, the exchanges, the hardware, the multi-sig, the managed services, appears at equal weight. I have not ranked them, and I will not. Because ranking setups without knowing your row is precisely the mistake this episode exists to end. So, find your row, holding on one axis, threat on the other, then run the pick this if line for the square you actually live in, not the one you admire on social media. The full 8-row matrix, every setup side by side with the hardware reviews linked inside it, is on the site. Link in the description. There's no most secure setup. There's your setup. Subscribe to ChainSense. I'm Rachel. See you in the next one.